versetele fleurie. The feast of the Exaltation of the Holy Cross, also known as the Feast of the Triumph of the Cross, commemorates three historical events: the discovery of the true cross in the year 326, its initial exaltation for public veneration in the year 335, and the recovery of the cross of the Persians in the year 628. Today, this festival also celebrates the unlimited impact of the cross of Christ on all creation. Although we commemorate these three historic events today, the core of our celebration is not the physical wood of the cross, nor the sacred places where Jesus died and was buried. Our primary focus is on the infinite love shown through the perfect, selfless sacrifice of the Son of God and the boundless mercy that has been poured out upon the world as a result. The cross itself is a cruel instrument of torture and death. The fact that it is now the symbol of God's perfect love only further magnifies the love and shows God's infinite power to use the worst for the best, to use death to bring life, and transform the greatest act of cruelty ever known into the greatest act of mercy ever granted to the world. The cross of Christ must permeate each of us, transforming us and making us new. First of all, this happens when we open ourselves to the infinite mercy of God that flows from the selfless sacrifice. It also happens when we allow each of our sufferings, the injustices we endure, the crosses, the difficulties, and the most undesirable aspects of our lives, to share it in the redemptive power of Christ. We do this when we embrace God's commands to share his sufferings, unite them with his own, and allow him to give abundantly good fruits through us. Jesus said in Matthew chapter 16, "Whoever wants to come after me must deny himself, take up his cross, and follow me. Because whoever wants to save his life will lose it, and who loses his life for me will find it." Friends, as we commemorate the triumph of the cross of Christ, remember the crosses you carry each day. More often than not, when faced with crosses, we look for a way out, succumb to self pity, and are often tempted by anger and despair. Instead, try to allow Jesus to enter those crosses, transform them, and use them for his glory, your good, and the good of all the other persons. Crosses in life should not be avoided. They must be transformed. Although suffering may remain, it may become redeemed suffering, thus producing an abundance of good fruit in ways that only God can achieve. Let us ask the glorious and triumph God, who gave his life for the salvation of each of our souls, using the most horrendous acts of cruelty as a means of redeeming grace, to grant each of us his abundant grace and have the courage and the wisdom of embracing one's own cross each day, uniting them to his cross, and trusting that God will use these sacrifices as means to bestow even more of this love on the world. Saving cross of Christ, have mercy on me. Jesus, I trust in you because you are God, and with God we always win.